Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome in. My name is Anna. I hope you're all doing great. Happy 2nd May. I hope you're having a good time, resting, celebrating, that you're feeling good no matter what you're doing. Getting ready to do your love reading for the person on your mind. This is for the sign Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. May find messages here, and as always, please remember these are general, not personal, so they may or may not resonate with you, or they will resonate only in part. Use your intuition and discernment. Never give power to tarot cards. You have free will and you can always decide what you're going to do. In spirit of service, for the highest good of all, show me the energies I need to see for Cancer and the person on Cancer's mind. What Cancer needs to know about the person on their mind. Thank you so much for being here and all your support to the channel. Really appreciate you all. Sending much love, light, healing energies. A couple more. One more. The Sun and Justice under the deck, 4 of Swords, 6 of Wands, and Temperance. It looks like great happiness is coming your way, rejuvenation, joy, vibrant energy, clarity, maybe truth, maybe if justice is showing up here, somebody needs to make things right with you, or something is going to balance out for you, making you very happy. And it could be after some time of rest, recovery, silence between you and this person. They might be as well thinking heavily on how to come forward to balance things out with you or to communicate something. This could be also some sort of legal matters. If you are dealing with legal matters, they will go into your favor. This is a happy outcome, abundance. So whether financial situations or in any other court cases you might be dealing with, that's a side note, and they're gonna go into your favor. Justice shows up when there was injustice usually. So cause and effect, anything that has happened to you will be balanced out on the opposite. So if something bad happened, something good is going to happen to you now, and it looks like definitely good, very positive. A new start, a new beginning, rejuvenation, healing, and great abundance. So let's see. How do they view this connection? How do they view you? Blockage, obstacle. What's hidden from you? Actions they are intending to take, potential outcome. Okay, so they are reflecting on this connection at the moment, Cancer. 7 of Pentacles means we are looking into the time invested, the seeds that have been planted so far, and we are not fully satisfied with the way things are. We have only one here, but we do know that there is potential, and this is a card of vision and intending. What do we do with this crop, and how do we put in more effort, and do we want to put in more effort? And the vision of investing time, energy, resources for the future. How they view you is 3 of Wands. It seems to me that you are looking into the far future. You are thinking about future. You are a person that is making plans. You are open to expansion and growth. It could be that you have turned your back on this person, I'm sensing here, because they maybe have been a little bit slow in thinking whether they want to or not. We have the slowest moving energy here with Pentacles and the fastest moving energy with Wands. And here we have expansion. Here we have somebody who's looking into the past. The blockage, obstacle is King of Cups. It is something around emotions, expressing our emotions or achieving emotional stability. So we will have to see what that is. It can be you represented by King of Cups or somebody else. It could be a water sign you're dealing with, doesn't have to be. It is around feelings and love and stability around love. If this is showing up an obstacle, it could be you as a person as obstacle for some reason, because maybe you have turned your back to this situation. What is hidden from you is the Fool. Somebody is embarking on a new journey. They want to take this leap of faith. They might also feel this situation to be a little bit risky. On the other hand, they might be freeing themselves from something, from a cycle which led to certain waiting. This is also a card of waiting with Seven of Pentacles. Actions they want to take. They want to come back into your life. They want to make changes. They also believe that this is a fated encounter and that in divine timing things are going to fall into place. So these are two majors here, and I feel they might be also needing to focus on something else. Maybe they need to wait for certain money. Whatever they are focusing on, this indicates here that there will be a change at the right time, and that's what they would like. This is also moving up into higher level. It is also a card of expansion, growth, and positive turn of events. Wheel of Fortune. Outcome is Two of Wands. This means you are choosing a new path. You are embarking on a new path. There will be a decision and a need to set intentions for the future. But the choice will be yours with the Two of Wands, and that requires stepping out of comfort zone, leaving one wand behind, and understanding that we need to step up and focus. We have the whole world in our hands, and we need to choose if we want to partner up and embark on this new journey into the future together. These intentions you will need to set together. It is often a card of partnership with Two of Wands. So let's clarify a little bit. Please clarify Seven of Pentacles. How do they view this connection with Cancer? How do they view this connection with Cancer? Please clarify Seven of Pentacles. Why there's Seven of Pentacles? Three of Pentacles. One more. Seven of Pentacles. How do they view this connection with Cancer? A lot of Pentacles. So this is a lot of review and contemplation and juggling and trying to figure out what's the best way forward. We have Two of Cups under the deck, so definitely this is a strong connection, and the whole review and contemplation is about union. It can talk about commitments, marriages, coming together. So if you are in separation, that would mean coming together. It will be different for each of you. For others, they are contemplating, they are trying to figure things out. It could mean that they need to, I feel, make some changes in their life with the Two of Pentacles. There is some going back and forth, maybe need to focus on the finances, really. All of it is Pentacle cards. So this is a very practical person, could be an earth sign. They are viewing this whole connection from a practical, long-term view and trying to figure out if you can work together and invest in something long-term and how to do that. There might be some juggling of responsibilities, need to manage their time properly. Three of Pentacles always indicates a collaboration and need to put in a similar effort. Nobody is above, nobody is below, nobody does more. Can we get on the same page and collaborate in order to achieve certain result? But it seems to be they are juggling the idea whether this is possible or whether this is something or some things that they need to change within their own life in order to be able to achieve this goal. Very Pinnacle. How they view Cancer is Three of Wands. Please clarify, how do they view Cancer is Three of Wands. Eight of Swords. So it looks to me like you're closed off. They see you as somebody who is overthinking, is maybe you are stuck in certain mindset, some fear, something that has happened. You seem to be closed off with the back being turned here, and you're looking into the future. So maybe this is why they are contemplating if there is a possibility still to figure things out and work things out between the two of you. It almost, looking back, we used to get along so well, we used to work together so well, and now I review past maybe mistakes as well. I don't know if I can balance things out now, if we should. Page of Cups. So there is a lot of innocence with you and feeling, and I think desire to communicate. They see you as very innocent. I think if this is how they view you, because we can always flip the roles and switch the roles, and no gender in tarot, so please keep that in mind, Cancer. So this is either they are all heavily overthinking you, or they see you as really stuck in certain mindset. trapped, imprisoned. Tell me more. How do they view Cancer? How do they view Cancer with the 3 of Wands? King of Cups. So there is a lot of love. We have King of Cups twice here. You're showing up as the masculine energy, and I feel this is why you might be a little bit closed off. The Magician. You are setting intentions. You are thinking very much about the future. It might be that your mindset about the future is a bit rigid, stuck, or maybe you do not see the path forward for some reason. You do not see the future, because 8 of Swords is definitely not seeing something or not seeing way out of the situation, and holding on to certain thoughts that do not really serve us. And maybe this is why you are choosing to focus on the future, and I don't think it includes them. With the King of Cups, it is a lot of love, somebody who has great depth, but also is not showing this love. And with the Magician, we have a lot of skills, capacity, and tools to make whatever we want to in our life. But it seems like what we are creating here, and don't take it if it's not your message, it is you focusing on your own emotional safety in the future. And there is something fear-based around that when we think about the future with them. I am getting that there is a certain stuck energy when it comes to moving forward. We have 10 of Swords here and King of Pentacles, Hierophant, King of Wands. So there is something that ended with 10 of Swords with a betrayal. Magician with 10 of Swords can indicate somebody was being a manipulative, tried to act in a very diplomatic way, but with the intention to get their way for their own benefit. A King of Pentacles, so it could be earth sign, definitely, especially if we are thinking here. So they are thinking from investment perspective. Quite cold, isn't it? I mean, you are showing up with a lot of love. We will see what this means here with the King of Cups. You've shown up with love, and they are evaluating whether this is going to pay off. I'm getting that message. So, of course, if it's an earth sign, they will be looking at the situation from different perspective. They will have a different love language, but we will have to see if there is any true emotion and what are their intentions going forward. Can I have one more on the 8 of Swords? How do they view Cancer? Why there is 8 of Swords? Ace of Cups, that did a funny flip in the air. Hierophant, Knight of Cups. It almost feels to me as though there was this great love that has been pulled back by you with the 8 of Swords. There was this opportunity, it was offered, and it wasn't appreciated, and you pulled back your love. Hierophant is here. We have a higher power, higher guidance, morals, values, and integrity, and higher level of commitment. And then we have King of Wands, so somebody who takes action, and through that, this is my cat. Hysterical he is. I wonder if you can hear him, because many people complain that they cannot hear me, so I'm wondering if you can hear the cat who is upstairs. He's deaf, and that's why he is screaming like that. Probably something is not the way he likes it, so he cannot hear himself, but everybody else can. So we have 2 of Wands here, which is here with a Tower. So something is going to need to change. Either something already collapsed with the Tower, or something must be crashed completely in order to be rebuilt brand new. The world is right here. So again, we have a major cycle change, and enlightenment, illumination, change of perspective on something, on the world, with a judgment. That could be an apology, need to release something, because this to me indicates a closed off heart chakra, a lack of desire to open up ourselves. And this is because of certain thoughts that are keeping us stuck. Which is why we are detaching, closed off from this situation and focusing on the future. There is maybe need with this King of Cups to balance these emotions. Let's see, because this is in our challenge position. Could be Taurus as well. Clarify King of Cups. Please clarify King of Cups in the blockage position. Why there's King of Cups in the blockage position. This is this Page of Cups. And Two of Swords. Definitely blocked. Indecision, I'm seeing Seven of Swords. Distrust. If you're the feminine Cancer or a woman, even if you're showing up as masculine at the moment, I mean, masculine would mean you are trying to have an approach now, more intellectual approach to your emotions. And if there was deception, I see now Five of Cups. That's why they're trying to figure out if you can work together again, if you can work things out. And you have been betrayed or lied to, that automatically leads to shutdown of the heart chakra and pulling back of love. So that appears cold. That appears cold. So this would be non-expressing love, King of Cups, heart reversed, Ace of Cups, and coldness and blockage, complete blockage. This is what happens to the feminine when they are betrayed. For the masculine, it's because it's on emotional level. Feminine pulls back love, and then usually the masculine complains that, well, now it is not possible because it's cold. Yeah, but they forgot that they created the cold. Yes, the pullback of energy, pulling back of love happens because of betrayal. Feminine is always going to be the reflection of the masculine. The man is the sun, the woman is the moon. How he treats her and what energy he provides towards her, how he respects her or disrespects her, is going to be reflected back to him. Not as a form of payback, it is just energetically, it reflects to each other. And for example, if he betrays her in a form of infidelity, she may betray him by pulling back love and talking to him in a very cold way. That's also part of betrayal. It doesn't mean she's going to go also cheat. That's not what I mean, but the betrayal happens on a different level. There's always the beginning, the cause, before there is an effect. So there is need for certain innocence. I mean, you might have children with this person because there is Page of Cups, and this is great level of innocence, and maybe need for apology, need for emotional maturity. This is a blockage. And Five of Cups is the deep grief on emotional level, great loss. And this is also focusing on that which didn't work out from the past, which might be the stuck energy with the Eight of Swords. Tell me more about it. Chariot and King of Pentacles. Ten of Swords is under the deck. So it is either King of Pentacles moved in another direction, left you behind, traveled, it can be anything, which left you felt burden, or King of Pentacles wants to overcome the situation no matter what. Let's see, tell me about King of Cups, why there is King of Cups in the obstacle, blockage, King of Cups. If it is a lot on heart space, it would require apology and forgiveness, and certain level of openness again to share our feelings, vulnerability. And that is in the obstacle challenge area. Eight of Cups. So somebody definitely was very dissatisfied, emotionally dissatisfied in this connection, and has walked away. It could be that there is emotional withdrawal, which I already mentioned here. Eight of Cups is somebody walking away, detaching emotionally again because of great emotional pain and disappointment and grief. And we are trying to detach completely with the Eight of Cups and walking towards something that is going to be emotionally safe and emotionally fulfilling. I feel inner child wounding is possible here as well, and we are trying to regain certain level of innocence or reach out with an apology, but I think this is too little too late. I don't know, but at least, or not yet, I don't know, because there's still very fresh wounds and still deep focus on the great pain, and it could be them regretting what happened. Hierophant. I feel something around values could have been a mismatch as well. Great disappointment, because we have Five of Cups with Hierophant. You maybe really share very different values. They treated it as a collaboration, friendship, and maybe juggled you. It could be the mistakes they are reviewing now, how if they juggled you and other, I don't know, people or situations. They didn't prioritize you, because that was also a card of prioritizing. And for them, it feels very normal, while for you, this is an absolute betrayal. Yes, so it means that there was no alignment in values and how you perceive relationships, which perhaps has not been discussed from the beginning, or simply your expectations have been different, and in time we find out more about people, and this is leading to great disappointment. Clarified Fool, that is here in the hidden, either taking a leap of faith, freeing ourselves, or feeling something being risky, being foolish. Tell me more about what's hidden from Cancer with the Fool energy. Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Tell me more about the Fool in the hidden energy. This is work related, working, moving on from something. Six of Pentacles, a lot of Pentacles. So they are beginning a new journey. There might be travel involved. Six of Swords, it is moving into calmer waters. So making an improvement within their own life, within themselves, working hard on something, putting in an effort. Six of Pentacles, Two of Wands. Six of Pentacles is of course card of generosity, giving and receiving, financial support, giving time, energy, resources. It looks like somebody is I'm also getting from this the energy of somebody keeping themselves busy and trying to move away from any mental stress. They want to progress the situation into peace. Seven of Swords. So there was some sort of avoidance. It is avoidance with Eight of Pentacles. They might be focusing on their work at the moment and kind of trying to be very light-hearted about it. Three of Cups. Partying, other people, socializing, celebrations. Knight of Cups. What is this Fool in hidden? Please tell me more. What they're working on. The Magician. So this is somebody who is trying to figure things out. Fool is number 0, Magician is number 1. So it definitely talks about intentions and new beginnings, and something we are putting in an effort. With the Magician, it's communication. It is trying to figure things out on intellectual level, on problem solving. A little bit Six of Swords is also problem solving, because from Five of Swords, which is great conflict, we are moving into Six of Swords, which is to calm the waters, calming our mind. I think this person is trying to figure out and is working on something in order to be able to take action. Magician is also self-confidence in order to be able to take action, because there is this Five of Cups followed right behind it with the Sun and Page of Swords. It is almost like realizing how much happiness and joy have I actually lost, or becoming clear, very clarity, illumination of how they hurt you. Tell me more about Eight of Pentacles. What are they working on here? Now the Fool can also be indication that they already have achieved this freedom from whatever they have been working on. Page of Wands. So that's some sort of new idea, new spark, an intention that they have, and they are working on it. It is a minor arcana of the Fool, so that's what I felt. The Fool is major arcana, but beneath that, a lot is happening in preparation in order to be able to free ourselves and to begin this new journey. And we are working on new ideas, new creation, or being creative on how to take action. And I have again here Seven of Pentacles, which we are seeing here. This is the review, the intention, and Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. A lot of work is being done. Magician is gathering all of his resources and power in order to be able to step off this cliff and take that leap. Tell me about their actions, please. Tell me about their actions with the Wheel of Fortune. Their actions towards Cancer with the Wheel of Fortune, please. Hierophant. Definitely expansion, change, learning. Hierophant is learning spiritual lessons, being divinely guided. It is talking about moving into higher level of commitment, higher level change, general change, an upgrade within the connection. And Hierophant, of course, indicates high level commitment. Marriage is divine union. Five of Pentacles is under the deck, so this is not a good time. I think they are still working on something. If we take the Two of Pentacles together with Three of Pentacles, we get the Five of Pentacles, which is luck. We need to work a little bit more, whether on ourselves, our self-confidence, preparation in order to come out of the cold, because they feel disconnected from you at the moment. And we have the Emperor. So Emperor would be someone who takes action, who takes accountability, who is stepping up. And number 4 provides this stability and foundation and marriage or commitment or loyalty. Yes, this is a high level divine masculine who provides more of a traditional approach to relationship, but things need to first change, and time is very relevant here for this new beginning. Ace of Wands. Tell me more about actions they want to take towards Cancer. Actions they want to take towards Cancer with this Wheel of Fortune. For others, they need to close first certain chapter which can relate to another commitment, contracts, or anything else they have going on. Okay, this could be also first the need to learn specific karmic lessons before they come towards you. So few messages, take what is yours. All of the above could be yours, or just some of it. Tell me more about Wheel of Fortune and their actions towards Cancer they intend to take. Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is a card of stability as well, but also holding back and holding on. It is a desire to have certain control. High Priestess is being silent, using our intuition, but maybe not sharing at this stage that they want to take this leap of faith towards this Nine of Cups. This King of Cups could also be them, and walking away from something else that wasn't, or they were maybe emotionally unavailable. And this is where the work needs to be done. Tell me more about Hierophant in their actions. Tell me more about Hierophant in this Wheel of Fortune. Hierophant, strong Taurus, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Tell me about Hierophant here in their actions. Five of Wands. So this could be something else that is a battle. It is either internal battle in terms of, and battle between the two of you when it comes to these more traditional approach or conformity to something, or battle with other people if they are needing to close that chapter first. If there was another commitment, or they are battling within themselves that need. Nine of Swords is a great anxiety and fear and worry. Why there is Four of Pentacles in their actions. But that tells us why we need time. I think they are a little bit on the side of non-action at the moment and waiting for things to work themselves out by the universe. That is not very active approach. This is more of a passive approach and not being in control at all, but allowing things to play out on their own. Very unattractive energy, to be honest. Very unattractive, leaving you potentially waiting. So just be aware of that if this is your reading. What is Four of Pentacles? What is Four of Pentacles? Trying to preserve something, control, money. Knight of Cups, so they want to come forward and reach out, but they will do it when they feel ready. And there is this conflict around this Hierophant. Knight of Cups, they want to come with this Ace of Pentacles, but here, why there's this conflict with Five of Wands with Hierophant? Why there's Five of Wands with Hierophant? Not seeing eye to eye, ego clash when it comes to traditional approach or relationships or commitments or marriage. Tell me why there's this Five of Wands with this Hierophant. Seven of Swords. Things coming to light. Either we were avoiding something. It could have been somebody who was avoiding commitment and lied. This is what I mentioned at the beginning. And that's why there is this conflict. Even whether this can be repaired. There's Knight of Swords and the Fool again. And I'm seeing Queen of Wands behind it. Seven of Swords is lying, stealing, cheating. It coming in reverse could indicate that something came to light, has been exposed. They are not letting you go. They want to come forth with this Knight of Cups, but first they are preserving themselves for some reason. This could be finances, their own energy. You know, we have Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Seven Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and we saw Five of Pentacles. So there is a lot in workings that they are actually doing within the physical realm. So it is a bit slow. They are working on freeing themselves from certain situation and moving on. This is their intentions. That's why we have divine timing. It looks like wanting to come forth, Knight of Cups, but first this has to be either lessons learned, or you need to get on the same page. Expansion, learning the karmic lessons need to happen, and before they can come towards you. And the universe is going to keep a tab on that. It will be in divine timing, because they cannot come towards you until they understand the lessons and where they went wrong, or you know, what do they really want. And there needs to be an upgrade in spiritual perception of the situation, leveling up with yourself, perhaps opening heart chakra, because this could have been something that was, like I said, you were not on the same page. They might be extremely materialistic. You are very psychic, spiritual, into law of attraction. With the Three of Wands, you're setting intentions for new beginning. And they were very unemotional about the whole situation. I don't see even any cups except for this one. When they're ready. Here is just conflicts, avoidance, lies, and spiritual lessons and expansion. And only universe is going to bring you together in divine timing when this is done. So I don't know if you're still going to be around for that. Possibly you too still need to go through certain lessons and healing, because if there is no healed energy on your part and still some resentment or holding on to a grudge or non-forgiveness, this is also an energy that's going to block you two from coming together. So here is the need for certain innocence and tapping into this Page of Cups energy and ability to express. I feel we have King of Cups, Page of Cups, and Eight of Cups. You're showing up as King of Cups, and I feel they are Page of Cups here. There is no match to you. So Eight of Cups is dissatisfaction, emotional dissatisfaction. This is not emotionally fulfilling. They may have been very much into the material realm and treating you from that perspective. If somebody lacks emotional depth or spiritual depth, they will really juggle you and many different things or people, and really believe from their perspective that that's just okay. And if there's zero understanding and perception on how they are actually harming the other person, the lessons need to be learned. And you allowing this person back into your space would be unwise, because they will repeat the lesson, repeat the mistakes if they don't change. It could be as well something karmic going on and it has to be closed. as a lesson. It doesn't mean that everyone is there to stay, and you may have this contract with them. They do feel this is fated, but it doesn't mean we are with somebody forever. It could be. It's different for each of you. Let's see this outcome. I normally intended this as advice, but let's see. Tell me about potential outcome here. So they are emotionally immature. They have inability to emotionally express themselves or be emotionally available for you, or even comprehend your level of emotional need or need of emotional stability. That's the message I'm getting here. Great ideas, work, money, intellectual, trying to figure things out. I'm getting a little bit of a manipulative approach here, saying things that you want to hear in order to move forward into the calmer waters. And that is a wrong place to come from. This is lack of integrity with the Seven of Swords as well. Tell me more about the outcome for Cancer and this person. So Knight of Pentacles, there will be the decision to work slowly, to slowly move forward, whatever that means. It is, Knight of Pentacles is usually somebody who builds trust, and if there was some disconnect and distrust, this will be definitely needed. Knight of Pentacles, setting intention and making a decision. Queen of Cups is under the deck, so with compassion and use of intuition and love. Tell me more about potential outcome. So taking it slow, and Queen of Swords. So that is a great discernment, truthful communication, keeping boundaries very firm, and giving time to this person to prove themselves going forward before you make any decision. Tell me more about potential outcome. And Judgment. Judgment is a card of forgiveness, letting go of past. So to me, this showed up as a story. You are here showing up as, I will wait before I make a decision. There is a certain level of hesitation. Setting the intention, and let's see. You show me. Show me your consistency. Show me you are truthful. Show me you are going to put in consistent effort, and you will be practical about it, and that you have long-term goals in mind, and that you have understood what I am after. Yes, otherwise, fair enough, I cut you out of my life, because I am not entertaining people who are unwilling to invest, are deceitful, or they don't know even where they're going. This is not crime not to know where you're going, but if the other person knows exactly where they're going, you need to be very honest and not say things that they want to hear just to hang around and string them along to benefit from their energy for as long as possible. So this is a proof, a slow and steady wins the race, with a long-term goal set, and allowing this person to slowly but surely present it to you, while you will be very head over emotions, very clear-sighted, with the guard up, and boundaries, discernment, great discernment before you make any decision whether you want to invest in this person or not. So this is all in a decision phase, as you're allowing them to come forth and try again. With the Judgment, we are talking about forgiveness, we are talking about awakening, reckoning, and rebirthing something together, moving into higher direction. This is rising phoenix, rising from the ashes. So we are going through some major spiritual awakenings, I believe, together, and it has to be recognized. And without this forgiveness and freeing ourselves from all of those things, angels, people that are trying to hold us down, it almost feels like other people holding us down. It could be, of course, other people's opinions, our thoughts, our fears, anything that is obstructing our rising. And Two of Cups is under the deck. So it does look promising at this stage. Obviously, it will be very different for each of you. As of now, for majority of you, the outcome here is presented as, let's take it slow. You will be detached, discerning before you make a decision. Either way, it will be elevating for both of you, very learning and very releasing you from something from the past. it is a card of reconciliation, and we have Two of Cups here, so coming together. It looks like a quite deep learning and emotional expansion and spiritual learning journey for both of you, from coming together to disconnect, disappointment, and both parties in this disconnect have learned a lot about each other, and now having the courage, the strength to come back together when the time is right, because they want to hold on to you. You know, it requires a lot of courage and great spiritual maturity to go forth and understand that nobody's perfect and try again, because that requires courage, great courage, especially if somebody has already betrayed your trust and broke your heart, and you had to pull your energy, pull your heart in order to protect it. This is a heart that has been hurt already before. So this is not trust issues, this is recognizing of patterns and not being willing to go forth with these patterns ever again. I think this person got a very much of a wake-up call, shake-up. I don't see a tower, but you know, yeah, there was a lot of confusion and uncertainty, and confusion and uncertainty leads to walking away with Eight of Cups from this Seven of Cups. If they are unsure of what they want, then you clearly will feel uneasy, uncertain yourself. And if you are a very mature Cancer, and you are King of Cups, is the highest maturity of the emotional stability and understanding of emotions, emotional depth, and Queen of Swords, and they're coming up as full page. You know, yeah, they did not show up for you. They're definitely trying to figure things out on how to move forward, but for the time being, they need to close and learn those lessons around that. Stop running away. This one wanted to come in reverse, Seven of Swords. Stop running away from the beast. In this case, it's wolf. And that could be their own fears or just escapism in general, not facing issues, not having conversations, not seeing where the problem is. And this wanting to come in reverse, it is either some truth is being exposed which leads to conflict and spiritual lessons, or around our commitments, our morals, our values that were misaligned. Or this is us, we stop now running away, and because of that we are able to learn those lessons. Let's see, what's the relationship sacred geometry oracle? Give me one, please. Give me one for this Cancer reading. Thank you. Let me know if you resonate with this reading, if you enjoyed it. I really appreciate your comments. I love reading them and finding out how they resonated. Also, please don't forget, there is a special offer in May now until the 10th. All readings are 20% off. The link is below. If you have any questions, just let me know. Book your spot. Originality, it showed up in one of your last readings as well. And fourth chakra, did I say that? It's around your healing. The energy of the heart chakra supports our inner guidance system, which is governed by our heart and the capacity to love deeply. Of course, heart chakra also talks about forgiveness, connections, relationships. Let's see what's the originality. Here we have a lot on heart chakra communication, because we have green color and blue, which is throat chakra. So there needs to be balance. That's what I'm getting just intuitively from the card. This is, you know, sacred geometry, which I enjoy if you have visited my other channel with the Metatrons cube. So it is about heartfelt communication, communication from the heart, and truthful expression of feelings. I am original. The term original refers to the quality of being original and unique. There is a flavor of creativity, freshness, and individuality to it as well. Originality is an important component of innovation and the growth that results. For us to evolve as human beings, we must go beyond our established routines, patterns, and paradigms. Otherwise, we just repeat the same stories and nothing changes. Okay, if I'm getting here that maybe this has been a repeated pattern for you, Cancer, and this is something that needs to be healed, and you are being given the opportunity to change the way you respond to something or how you approach the matter. Even if you choose not to go forward with the person, it is how you deal with the situation in general. Okay, because you will be presented again and again with the same situations in your life, and sometimes it is really to see how you're going to respond to that. It doesn't mean you are supposed to go with it. It is your response. If you notice yourself responding differently to something than you did in the past, that means the lesson has been learned. This could also indicate your own timeline, and the timeline needs to align between you and them, which I already mentioned, for these to come together. For somebody to move forward with their heart, following their heart after being closed off maybe, and holding on to certain things that were no longer serving us. Four of Pentacles, we need to release that to be able to move forward with the Knight of Cups. We need the new to replace, revise, or add to the old. Walking the path of originality is not always the easiest. It can bring a great fulfillment and recognition for its creativity and uniqueness. At the same time, it can cause separation and isolation, as connections with others are often based on sameness and not on differences. That is when you're, or especially when you're beginning your spiritual journey and you feel you are the black sheep, or you think differently, or for some reason people dislike you because your vibration will be higher. Just remember that it's also this, the saying, your light will irritate their demons. It's an actual fact, because people have very often certain vibrations, energetic entities attached to them, and so on. When you come forth with a very high vibration, and you can sense that, many of you surely can, you come in contact, you talk to them for 2 minutes, you're really in a high vibration, you had a great day and you were super kind, and yet you can see them frowning or having the fake smile. You already see them either projecting envy or jealousy or some sort of hatred towards you for no reason. This is exactly what happened. It is the light that irritates their demons. In most cases, they are not even conscious of that. And when you're original and stepping onto spiritual path, this will be even more exposed. So just keep going. Originality requires courage and a strong sense of self, in addition to a deeply rooted connection to Source or God and an understanding of the journey of the eternal soul. A strong sense of purpose is a powerful drive towards expressing one's originality, uniqueness, and individuality, especially when this purpose is one that contributes to the evolution of the larger collective. The journey becomes inspiring and fulfilling. Definitely for some of you that are on the path and service to others one way or another, there is so much value in the fact that there is only one you in the whole universe, that you are an original expression of an energetic being in a human body. Yet we often measure and compare ourselves to others, trying to be like those we admire or respect. While it is valuable to recognize qualities in others that we would like to embody ourselves, we do not need to become exactly like them. The real value lies in the fact that we each can be an original and unique blend of the qualities that we hold high, like honesty, transparency, integrity, and compassion. Those qualities, in combination with our own individual and unique skills and personality traits, are the basis for an original, balanced human being. So I feel this is understanding the other person's approach to life and respecting both of your differences, but never allowing yourself to overlook the things that talk about morals, values, integrity. Here we cannot compromise. This is not area where we can compromise. Every relationship where you compromise your values or integrity will crash sooner or later. We can, however, appreciate and respect the fact that somebody might be more practical or takes more time in figuring things out. You're intuitive, psychic, like that. They need to go through the very slow process of thinking, comparing, using the data that the mind has. Mind is very slow and needs to use the limited data that it has. Intuition is instantaneous and always accurate and does not require any prior information to be correct. So if you operate in your intuition, and you probably are all your life as a Cancerian, it might be hard to understand others. So this is where the level of compassion and understanding is necessary. Now, if there was obviously deception, misalignment within your values, it does take time for somebody to learn those lessons and shift, expand intellectually, morally, and so on, in order to be able to come forth. This is them coming forward with apology, whether you will be accepting or not, and only from there, only when they are ready to let go of the Four of Pentacles, which could be certain level of rigidity and holding on to certain beliefs, and this is how I do it always. We've seen Emperor, which could also be quite rigid. And then from here, I will read this too. I'm inspired. Food for thought. So if you're meditating or you want to work a little bit deeper on this, are the people in your life the same as you? Are they different? What original skills or quality do they have? Do you wish to be like them or to have their skills or talents? What do you value more? The things that you have in common with them or the things that are different? What do you bring to the collective that is uniquely yours? I think this is to steer some questions and inquiries, and even to ask yourself whether this is annoying you, irritating you that they are different. And it is from Pranic Healing, and obviously you know that I have the healing channel. It's linked below in the first comment if you're interested in healing. But we often work there with a healing technique. For example, if we're angry with somebody, we are focusing on the good traits in visualization technique and strengthening the good traits, while then using the violet flame, for example, to remove the negative traits, and then to focus less and less on those and strengthen the good. So this is coming through for me here, where you may want to look into that. Like I said, never ignoring the red flags like deception, lies, and lack of integrity, and base your decision if you want to be with this person going forward. But if that is being changed, that is being exposed, if somebody takes accountability for it and presents you over time with changed behavior, but you will be cold and detached, evaluating this before you jump in this time. But I think it is showing the ability also to understand the other person and to lead to great liberation here, rising from the ashes and spiritual awakening. I will leave it at that today, Cancer. Please let me know if you resonated. Again, if you're interested in a 20% discount, it is below. The link is below. Just choose the reading and type in the right amount. It allows you to choose the amount you're paying. And email me, of course, if you have any questions. I will be happy to help you if you get stuck with anything. Happy 2nd May again, and have a great week. Thank you for being here. Namaste.